And Wrexham, one last attack. Ball knocked over the top, but Everson is going to get there first. Oh, he mishandles it. And that is the final whistle. Preston North End 1, Wrexham 1, and Wrexham's unbeaten run, the longest unbeaten run in the division, continues. We took an early lead through Kiefer Moore after McLean's vicious ball in wasn't dealt with well by the Preston defence. And then after that, it was just end to end. Arthur Okonkwo making save after save after save, but Wrexham looking threatening at the other end. We got into the last 10 minutes holding that lead, but we couldn't cling on to it as the ball was swept in and drilled in at the second attempt at the far post by Warwick Armstrong. And Wrexham, well, it's a 1-1 draw away to the side that are fifth in the table. We certainly will take that. It could have been more though, and although Okonkwo was outstanding with a string of great saves, it's got to be said that we also had chances at the end, and Preston looked surprisingly shaky in their own half sometimes. We could have been more ruthless perhaps.
Yeah, I think they'll be frustrated, but like you say, just a brilliant game of championship football, end-to-end chances at either end. Some really good individual performances as well, some really good battles out there. I thought those wing-back battles were really interesting. Obviously Michael Smith up against that Wrexham back three, Kiefer Moore up against Lindsay Hughes. I thought that was a really good battle as well. In tough conditions at times as well today. Both teams working really hard. Great advert, like I say, for the championship. And I think that is a fair result in the end, really, for both sides. Both put a lot into that game. Really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, absolutely fair play to both teams. Conditions awful, and the game's been brilliant, fantastic to watch. And like you say, maybe a point Preston will be disappointed not to have taken all three because of the way that they've peppered Arthur at times. But also Wrexham have had chances too, taking the lead, and double save as well by Everson in that second half. So fair's fair. You probably sit down and reflect, and a point apiece is probably fair.
Yeah, there's two double saves in the match stand out, don't they? Okonkwo making two brilliant close range saves from Thierry Small, and then at the other end Everson in the second half, acrobatic save to deny a powerful shot from a tight angle by Moore, and then from the rebound McLean heading it towards the unguarded net, and somehow Everson got across and just about clawed it away. McLean was claiming it crossed the line. I don't think that was the case at all, but wow, I mean, two huge saves, and it's got to be said, I mean, beyond anything else, Okonkwo was outstanding.
Yeah, excellent. We talk about his wingspan of his arms, covers the goal, but he's been absolutely brilliant today, covering both sets of goals. His distribution's been good as well, but it's just so difficult to get it past. He stands so big, so wide with his arms, and just makes save after save. And I don't think he maybe makes some of these saves a couple of games into the season, but at the moment he is in tip-top form, and Wrexham need him in this form to stay in some of these games.
Absolutely, and I've got to say as well, I mean, Barnett hasn't started for a while. Impressive showing by him down the right. McLean continuing down the left to look very good as well. You know, it's good to see, and Sheaf, as you referred to, after maybe not quite being himself against Blackburn, was right back at it. Thomason, lots of strong performances.
Absolutely, yeah, I thought that midfield three were really good again today. Obviously he changed it last week against Blackburn and went with that more sort of double pivot in Ben Sheaf and Matty James, but Thomason and George Dobson coming back into the side today, and again just showing their quality. Just absolute workhorses, the pair of them, just give everything every time they pull on that Wrexham shirt. But Ryan Barnett as well, like you say, worth giving a shout out, because to come back in from the off, not played, like I said, obviously he started both cup games, the Cardiff and the other one here at Preston as well, but you know, last league game was West Brom, so to come in at a game of this intensity and obviously pressure, to do what he did today was very impressive, and he'll definitely be pushing for a start on Wednesday night away at Hull. But James McLean as well, again, just, you know, at times his job looked really tough today, especially Valentin in that first half. I thought it was really forward thinking, really direct, obviously had that extra bit of pace as well, and then someone like Ofire to come on and to, again, James McLean really just deal with him well.
And well, you look at some of the league results as well today. Sheffield United battering Stoke 4-0, Ipswich 3-0 at home to Coventry. So both top two teams getting beaten heavily. Mental, this league, mental.
And I mean, we are right in there. You know, we are competitive in every game, I would say, this season. It's tight up there. And, you know, we've shown again today we can go to one of the sides who are in form, who are in the playoff positions, and get a result. It's a promising sign.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that puts us 12th today, looking at the league table. And yeah, we are right in the mix, you know, and we tend to have this random win one, draw one, win one, draw one sort of thing going on. I know we've gone 2 draws back to back now, and yeah, would you rather win one, lose one than keep this unbeaten run going? I just think it shows that you've got a group that are really consistent, especially with their defending. You know, 1 goal in November, that's 1 today as well. But we are in games, and we have got wins in us, and it's just keep chipping away, and don't get beat. If you don't get beat, you keep ticking those points over and see where it gets you at the end of the season. We're still finding our feet in this division, and we're doing ever so well, and we've got strength now that can come in and do equally as well as the lads that are in there. And I'm sure that game today has taken it out of the lads massively with those conditions. You can see them at the end, they're pretty much done, but they have the extra day being a Wednesday away at Hull, and so they'll recuperate, they'll chill out, and hopefully they'll go again in another difficult away game to go to.
I think that's the key of it, though, isn't it? That we just look like a team at the moment that's just really, really hard to beat, and that speaks for itself. And obviously now the last 9 unbeaten in the league. I know obviously you've got a number of draws in there, but you know, they look like a team at the moment that I think if you look across the rest of the league, I don't think there'll be any teams in there going, you know what, I fancy us against this Wrexham side, because we just look so difficult, whether that's home or away, to play against, and in particularly to score goals against at the moment. Defensively looks so solid. I know today, as an away performance, we probably let more shots on our goal. Just looking at the stats, I think it was 7 shots on target, 23 in total from Preston today. But still, with someone like Arthur in between the sticks, and again, the battle and the physicality of people like Dan Scar, Dom Hyam, I thought was so impressive again today. Max Cleworth, of course, as well. Just looked like a team, with so much confidence in that back line, and especially with Arthur as well in that goal. It's exactly what you want in the Championship side, where at times, we've said it a number of times today about that Preston back line looking a little bit shaky. Watch the Derby-Leicester game before, defensive look a little bit shaky, and that's not something you can say about this Wrexham team at the moment.
Yeah, but I've watched Preston twice now this season, and I think they're good. I do. I think their movement's good. I think their front 5 are really good. I think they create chances. I think they're going to be up there around there. And so to come here, take an early lead and push them in the way that we could have been, and it could have been probably 4-4, couldn't it, by the end of it, if both keepers hadn't played so well. But you take your point at a place that's difficult. They're higher in the league than us, and you move on to the next one.
Absolutely, we were playing them again later this month, and one to look forward to after that. Another good away performance by Wrexham, and as the Wrexham fans stream down Bill Shankly's face and into the rain, well, they'll be satisfied that once again their journey has been rewarded with a gutsy performance by Wrexham, with a final score of Preston North End 1, Wrexham 1. We're Andy Morrell, Mia Roberts and Mark Griffiths from Wrexham AFC.